Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Dereja Academy webinar 2021. If you guys could please turn on your videos now to see the black screens and your names. Thank you very much. So we have 98 people here. Thank you very much. Videos on. I see many people who have not turned their videos on, so please make sure to turn on video if it's possible. So this is the second day. I hope most of you have attended yesterday's panel discussion where we addressed the issue or the topic industry academy linkage, and we had an amazing time. We had different insights which were very useful. We discussed the industry academy linkage case in Ethiopia from the industry perspective. We have different panelists from the universities, from companies, and all over the market, and we were really excited to have that. And today we have invited several companies, most of them, I can say all of them, focusing on the youth and fresh graduates, and who can offer different programs and of course opportunities for you guys. So I urge you all to listen attentively and make sure to ask every question you have, because today we are going to have a 5-minute segment after the presentation of every company for you guys to ask questions, and if you want to know about the specific companies and everyone, so please make sure to ask your questions after we give you the chance after the companies have presented. So for today, we have, I'm going to introduce the companies that are going to be joining us today, the organizations that are going to be joining us today. So first, we are going to have Rotract International or Rotract Ethiopia. So they are going to tell us what kind of programs they have, what kind of opportunities they can provide for the fresh graduate industry, and of course for you guys. And next, we are going to be combined with Dereja Incorporated, which are an IT-led company, and they're going to tell us about the program and what kind of frameworks they use and everything about them. And after that, we are going to have Orbit Health, and of course, most of you would have to know them, and they are going to tell us about their programs and their entirely what kind of organization it is, what kind of industry they focus on. Start with the house, of course, and they are going to give us all those information we need to understand them and to join them. And of course, the next going to be is Big Dreams. I hope most of you are part of that. Of Big Dream is going to accompany us today. Of course, they're going to give us the information about what kind of social media pages they have, what kind of information they can provide for the fresh graduate industry and so on. Then we are going to have a program called Campus France from the French Embassy, and they are going to tell us about what kind of events they have with regard to the fresh graduate and what kind of opportunities they can provide when it comes to the educational sector. And next, we are going to have Dereja. Of course, most of you are trainees of the Dereja Academy, the Dereja Academy Executive Program, which is the training most of you were attending for the past 2 months or for the past several months. But today we're going to introduce Dereja as a whole, what kind of company it is, what kind of interventions we have, what have we done, and of course, Dereja is going to be there. And after that, we are going to have Creative Hub. It's an organization that focuses on the design industry, and they're going to share what kind of jobs they were doing, what they want to focus on, and how we can participate in their jobs. And finally, we are going to close it with the information about the Industry Academy Engagement Commission, which we discussed yesterday. So having said that, without further ado, we are going to move to the next organization, which is going to be Rotract. And representing Rotract, we have Stalin Binian here. I guess most of you would have known him on the Dereja Academy training on analytical thinking guest. He was our analytical thinking guest trainer, but today he's going to be representing us Rotract International. So Nafti, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Nabaf. I'm hoping that everyone can see me. Hi, everyone. I'm also excited to be here with you guys representing Rotract. So my name is Naftalim Biniam, for those of you who have missed my guest speaker session. So I am Naftalim Biniam. I'm a Rotractor, fellow Rotractor. We have a lot of Rotractors in our team and also outside our team. So just to give you a brief introduction, I'm here to give you a brief introduction about Rotract, but before that, I have served as community service director, vice president, and the president of my Rotract club. And also I have represented the district, which is found in Kenya, Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Eritrea as a district project officer. So I'm going to project a presentation that can summarize what we mean by Rotract in a short while, and then we will move on to your questions. So I think Nava is going to give me the permission to share my screen. Can everyone see the screen that I'm projecting?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so welcome to Rotract, which is one of the most exciting and one of the most challenging youth platforms found in Ethiopia and also in international. So the presentation is very short. I'm sure you're going to have a question, but before moving into the presentation, this is the content of the presentation. You'll understand about what Rotary is, what Rotract is, what the opportunities are, and how one can be a member of a Rotract club. So it's a membership-based platform for youth to develop their skills. So just to give you a bulletin of information about Rotary. Rotary is the world's largest international volunteer organization. With a research done recently, it has more than 1.2 million members worldwide, but it was established in 1905 in Chicago. The name Rotary means something that rotates. The reason that the club or the organization was named Rotary is because the founder, which is a lawyer found in Chicago, his name was Paul Harris. So he was looking at ideas or areas that volunteers can work and then contribute for their society other than working on their profession. While they work on their profession on the sideways, they can develop their skills, they can provide their time, money, and skills so that they can uplift the society. So he had friends and then they were having different meetings at each of his friends' places. So the rotation was then named after the Rotary came after that rotation. So one day the meeting was held at Paul Harris's house and the other day on other friend's house. So the meeting used to rotate amongst the friends. So it was established in 1905. It's more than 118 years now. So, the first Rotary Club was founded in 1958 in Ethiopia, and then the motto is service above self. The reason that service above self is the motto of the organization is because whenever you focus on finding areas that you can work and then that are passion, that is closer to your heart, which you are passionate about, you need to find a way so that you can implement different things on the society. So you need to serve. So service is a mindset. It's not something that you can give only. It has to be embodied, or it has to be envisioned with your body, with your conversation that you're going to have in every aspects of your life. So service is a mindset. So the reason that we picked service as a motto is if everyone can serve their society, in addition to how they are working on their profession, the world will be a better place. So one thing that you have to understand is Rotary is against any political, religious, or gender-related discrimination. So there is no political issue within the activities of Rotary. There is no religious issue. People think that because it's an international organization, it might have these religious agendas, but it doesn't have any religious agenda. And also, there is no discrimination against gender. So you have to be comfortable enough to practice whatever you want within the focus or the focus points of Rotary. So it has three structures because we want to engage everyone within the community. So it starts with interact. So Interact, which is the third tier, the third structure, it is for high schoolers and those who are getting ready to join university life, or like we can say 12th grade students. So when you move above that age group or that bracket of society, you will find Rotaract, which is from the age of 18 up to 30. So these young professionals or young part of the society, youth part of the society, can involve in Rotaract to serve their community, to develop their profession, and to engage in social economic activities. And after that, after everyone has passed through that Rotaract Rotary Rotaract Interact bracket, then there is the Rotary bracket, which is highly influential people who have developed their influence through the society, and then engage on bigger projects, and then serving the community using their influence. You'll find leaders of organizations, founders of businesses, and different influential peoples on the Rotary tier. But now Rotaract is also growing into that bracket as well. So you'll find highly influential young professionals grouped in Rotaract. So you have to understand these three brackets. So anyone within these three brackets can engage with Rotaract, but there is no way to say, okay, if you're not an interactor, you can't be a Rotaractor. If you're not a Rotaractor, you can't be a Rotarian. It doesn't matter. If you want to be in Rotary, you can be in Rotary. If you want to engage in Rotaract, you can be in Rotaract. The only limitation there is we divided the structure based on the age group so that we can provide different services on that area. So when it comes to Rotaract, the name is, so it takes Rot from Rotary and action. So what does that mean? Rotary in action. So Rotaract means Rotary in action. So it's the youth part of the Rotary organization, and it's focused on self-development, but it has three brackets of engagement, which is community service, personal or self or professional development, and fellowship or brotherhood or sisterhood or love, friendship. All these things are accompanied on the fellowship. So we have community service where we focus on serving our community. We have the professional development or self-development where we engage on developing the capacity of our youth and members of our clubs, and also focus on the friendship and the love that we share with the community and each other. So focusing on this, each club found in every country, for example, we have like more than 16 Rotaract clubs in Ethiopia. Each club focuses on a signature project, which is, for example, my club, Rotaract Club Abu Gida, is known for a blood donation, which we have carried for the past 54 rounds for the past 18 years. So every club has a signature project where they focus on one specific problem of the society and fix that through a project by fundraising, by working on different kinds of things. But whatever project we do, whatever engagement we have, we need to focus on these 7 focus areas, which are peace building and conflict prevention or resolution, basic education and literacy. We work on education, disease prevention and treatment, water, sanitation and hygiene, community, economic development, maternal and child health, and also environmental activity. So these are the 7 building blocks, focus areas of Rotary International. So whatever club formed internationally or locally in Ethiopia, it has to focus on these 7 areas, which are most challenges of the society emanate from or arise from or source. So we focus on these 7 challenges. So what are the opportunities? The opportunities are very, very immense. You can grow as a person. So the very first importance or opportunity when you join Rotaract is the leadership development. As I told you earlier, after I joined my club, I became within 6 months, I became the community service director, focusing on all the projects that we used to carry on. So I had to write proposals. I had to email with partners, donors, so that they can give us money and also work on our projects. So there is a BOD, which is board of directors, which is consisting like 13, 14 members from the president up to the sergeant at arms. You'll know when you join one club. So you can practice your leadership capacity. You can develop your leadership capacity while serving the community in the club, and also serving the club, working on those one of the 13 positions. The other is free training. Because Rotract, as I told you earlier, we focus on community service, self-development or personal development, and also the fellowship. The personal development has to account for 60% of our activities. So whatever we do, 60% of our activity has to focus on getting trainings, experience sharing, various areas of development, company visits, events that are designed for the youth, and also different opportunities come through the Rotract platform, so that our members can develop themselves. As I told you earlier, you network with different organizations and different professionals across the community. If you're a Rotractor, everybody knows you are a Rotractor, and then they want to give you an opportunity, they want to have a conversation with you, they want to work with you. So this is a very important and valuable asset of being a Rotractor. As an opportunity,
Nafti, are you with us?
just in time. So what they did was they had a place they were given a place. So that place they changed into a farming. So they hired their mothers to do the farming, and then while they're doing the farming, they can take some of the vegetables produced on the farm and cook meals for the students so that it can sustain itself. So now, even they have moved out of the school, but the students are still getting meals every day, which is an amazing element. So if you are a project management, hopefully a project management professional, or envisioning a professional life in project management, by serving the community, by getting your hands dirty and then connecting yourself with the community, you can learn a lot of skills through the process. Everlasting friends, that is one thing. When you work with the community, you need to develop this friendship with your club members so that you can have a strong front, because sometimes the projects that you work on are very tiring and also emotionally exhausting. So you have everlasting friendship. Even though after your Rotract days, you can have a friend that you can rely on. Mentorship is one element as well. I have a mentor from a Rotary club. So he approached me and then wanted to be my mentor. And then ever since that, I have been blessed with his knowledge and then everything that he bestowed on me. So mentorship is also another opportunity. These events and seminar opportunities, as I told you, minimum within a year, you can be part of 5 to 10 events that are related to economy, social economy concepts, so that you can widen your knowledge, widen your horizon, widen your understanding about the world. And finally, it is fun. It's really fun. There are events, there are games, activities during meetings, during fellowship, during fun activities. There are, for example, our club has one of the biggest events throughout the calendar, which is Buhe. More than 300, 400 Rotractors come in and then celebrate Buhe with each other. And there is game nights, game days, coffee nights. So it is extremely fun. So how how is it possible for one to be a member? So if you want to be a Rotractor, you have to be more than 18 years of age, and also to be a Rotract Club member, you need to attend meetings that happen every other week, which is once every 15 days. And then you need to sign up on Rotary.org. You need to create an account on Rotary.org, which is an online platform where you get your information about Rotary, Rotract, Interact, and you'll get an ID. Based on that ID, the Rotary International can follow your progress through the Rotary hierarchy or the Rotary structure. So one last thing that you need is you need a commitment. For example, minimum you need to attend 4 or 5 meetings and also attend community service events, which usually happens on the weekend, and take part in events or projects so that your commitment level is measured or your commitment level is seen by the club BOD, which I've told you that structure which leads the club. And then you'll be given a pin, which is a language for us. Once you wear that pin internationally, wherever you go, even if you don't speak the language of the place or the country, you can communicate with Rotarians, because once you have that pin, everybody would know that you are a Rotractor or you're a Rotarian. So this is how one can be a member. And you can follow our social media. I think this is going to be forwarded to you on your social media group so that you can use it and then follow the social media that we have. So that's it. If you have any question, we can discuss them, but if not, I am done. Nava, back to you.
Thank you, Nafti. It was an amazing presentation. So now, guys, if you have any question, I'm gonna give a couple of people the chance. So Yapsara, I see your hand raised, so you can ask your question.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go on.
Okay. Thank you for your amazing presentation, Tali. What I would like to ask is, like, how many groups do you have under the Rotary in Ethiopia? Like, you told us about Abu Gita. I know there are like many groups. I'm not sure about their numbers. And like, can you precise the definition?
Let's take like 3 questions and then we'll get back to the rest of.
That would be good. So Barakat.
Barakat, you're on mute.
Please unmute yourself, Barakat.
Thank you for recognition, sir.
Okay, go on.
I have a question. I have some question for him. It is I seen it is a better presentation because of I want to work with him, and I have questions. Some question for him. How can we attend with him, or how can we member and work with him around the local area? That is enough for today.
Where do you live, Barakat?
I live around the Sidama region.
Okay, Sidama.
And I'm a health science student.
Okay.
I am 2021 graduate student. And I'm a health science 4th year student. Then I'm a passion for this. And also I'm working around many health science related volunteering team, just like HCD, Human Centered Design, Sexual Health Reproductive Education, and global youth ambassadors. I'm working there up to today. Then I want to I'm passionate for working this, and how can I?
Okay, good. Thank you. So the next question, Nava.
I think it will be the last question. Ikbar? Ikbar, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself. You can go on, Ikbar. Ikbar? Can you hear us? Okay, I guess we have a connection problem maybe, so we are going to come back to that. And Nafti, I think you could answer the two questions.
Okay, so the first question that I got is how many clubs do we have in Rotary and Rotract in Ethiopia? So as I told you, we have more than 10 Rotary clubs, which are the bigger clubs. And then we have more than 16 clubs. If I'm not mistaken, we have 13 clubs in Addis and then 3 clubs based in regional areas as well. It has been a challenge to form clubs outside Addis because whenever someone wants a club or a group of young people want to establish a club, a Rotary club has to take them under their wing and register them as their mother club. So, for example, Rotract Club Abu Gida, our mother club is Rotract Club Addis Ababa and Toto. So they will register us as their daughter club or as our mother club on the Rotary International so that they can fund some of our activities. So to recap on my answer, we have more than 10 clubs, Rotary clubs, which are the biggest clubs, and then 16 Rotract clubs, which are the youth part of the Rotary. And also we have like 5 or 6 Interact clubs, which are based on schools. For example, Interact Club Kate Vega is Interact Club found in Cathedral. So as this, we have different kinds of Interact clubs in high schools. So we have 10 Rotary clubs and more than 16 Rotract clubs. For Barakat's question, if you want to be a member, I'm sure I've made it clear on how you can be a member with our Rotract club engagements. You can mostly I can say all clubs have their meetings on Sundays, especially around 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So they have a meeting place since Rotary organization is not yet registered in Ethiopia as a following the rules. So the only office that we have is the country office for the Rotary International or the Rotary Ethiopia country office. But apart from that, we have a meeting areas. For example, one club goes on the hub. For example, Rotract Club Abochar meets on in the hotel, the hub hotel, but the other clubs might meet on other areas as well. For example, Rotract Club Abu Gida meets on Sundays every 15 days. If you join the Rotract Club Telegram group, you can get the dates, specific dates of the meeting, but stadium, blood bank, everyone joins there. So if you want to be a member, you'll go to their meeting and then attend the meeting and then attend sequence of meeting and understand what the club is, what the club does, what are the projects that we do, what are the professional development opportunities that this club has. And then after, my advice is just go around and then check 3, 4, 5 clubs. And then when you find a club that resonates with what you want to do in the community, what you want to do in the society, you can join the club. Because joining the Rotract Club is not only the answer. You have to identify which club does a project which is very close to my heart. Yeah, following those 7 areas, maybe you'll be focusing on child and maternal health, or you're more of the economic development of the community, or you're into hygiene and health. You might be focusing on one element, and then you have to find that. When you have different clubs, Rotract clubs, is like having different flavored teas. So like you can drink tea, you can drink it with ginger, you can drink it with cinnamon, you can drink it with other flavors. So it's like that. Rotary clubs as well, they differ in culture, they differ in their thinking, and they differ in what they do in terms of the project, because you don't copy what the other clubs do, you focus on what you want to do and then work on that. So, but if you want to work on formulating a club, Barakat, if you're in Sidama zone, maybe you can go to Hawassa, because we have a Rotary club in Hawassa. So you can work with them. And then there is also a Rotary club in Hawassa. So you can reach out to Meron, you can reach out to Abel from the Dereja Academy team. Meron, the contact, I think you can get her contact. She's the country chair for Rotary.
I guess Nafti had a bad connection, so no worries. I guess you guys have got the answer, yes, and for the more information in the Nagarachu, we are going to send you the document, which is the social media page everywhere, but at the same time, what kind of things are there in the present button document, so you can access everything from there and you can join them. No? Okay, so
sorry, Nava, I lost my connection. I think
no.
we're done, right?
Thank you very much, Nafti. Now, as I told you, we will send you their social media contact and everything that Nafti presented today. So you can access everything. And for the more information, if you have any questions, those of you who are not able to ask your questions, you could reach out to anyone who is the social media contact person. So the next organization is going to be Gabea. So we are going to go with them. So Abel, are you with us? Abel is going to be representing Dereja today. Gabea today, my apologies.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Abel, could you hear us?
I think there is a delay.
Abel, we can hear your voice. Can you hear us? Okay, let's give Abel a little bit time. I think his audio is having a problem. So let's give him a couple of minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience, everyone. I guess Abel is facing a connection problem, so he is going to present when he gets the good connection. So next, I think we can invite Orbitals. Representing Orbitals, we have Dr. Rodas here with us. So, Dr. Rodas, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dr. Rodas?
Yes, yes. Should I begin?
Yes, you shall.
Okay. Thank you very much again. My name is Dr. Rodas Talahon. I'm a manager at Orbit Innovation Hub. I would like to explain to you what Orbit Innovation Hub does, what we aspire to do, and continuously go from there. Okay. All right. Can I screen share?
Yes, you can.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so Orbit Innovation Hub is a digital incubation / acceleration hub that takes in digital ideas or any ideas with a digital component on it so that they can become prosperous, create a company, and then subsequently create job opportunities for others. Our mission is to inspire and develop young entrepreneurs in the digital innovation sector with the vision of creating an enabling environment for our incubatees. So one of the reasons why we started doing this is that Orbit Health by itself is a startup that started 5 years ago, and the founders themselves saw a lot of problems with the sector, and they found it difficult to basically get their company going. And once they established Orbit Health and Orbit Health became more successful, they decided that other youths should not go through the same problems, especially when it comes to the technology. So they created Orbit Innovation Hub to help young entrepreneurs like yourselves become more successful and establish their own dreams. So one of the things that we do this is because Orbit Health is its own startup. There's a shortage of enabling ecosystem. There's a lack of awareness and lack of infrastructure, insufficient policy, and fragmentation efforts that everybody tries to do their own thing in that. That fragmentation is currently not helping us solve the problem. So the things that we offer is that we like to inspire the youth to become entrepreneurs. We incubate and accelerate ideas from idea stage all the way to product launch stage. We provide training, entrepreneurship, and soft skill development. And at the same time, we strive to create ecosystem in that area. And the impact that we try to go for is to reduce the digital divide, limit employment, improve the infrastructure gap the best that we can, lobby for comprehensive and inclusive policies, and create nurturing and a caring environment for entrepreneurs so that they can easily get their businesses started. So our startups get seed funding, co-working space, internet connection, mentorship and coaching, and investment readiness and guidance, linkage with professionals in the sector, legal advice, and publicity and traction assistance. One of our unique features is that we're pioneering digital health in Ethiopia. We're experienced management in both local and international sectors. Our program is oriented towards youth and women innovators, and we provide legal and administrative facilitation services, and we provide continuous year-round monitoring and support. For our pilot project, which we started with MasterCard Foundation, we're incubating 15 companies. We incubated by first cohort, we incubated 5 startups. We're currently working with 10 startups, and we hope to subsequently create 200 jobs with the companies created from these startups. Our implementation approach, we have a 3-stage selection strategy so that any incubatees or anyone with innovative ideas or any business ideas can be seen through with as much detail as possible, with as little subjectivity as possible. We have a 4-month cohort-based program where we provide training, expert consultancy, mentorship, and coaching. And we support our incubatees to develop and implement their business strategies, and we provide seed funding and access to finance as well. For cohort 1, we graduated around 5 startups. The first one is New Era Research and Development, which is on our acceleration program. Tamari Bates, which was educational technology company, Medkate Antenna Health Technology Company, and Gavata Food Delivery Company. And we're currently working with 10 other startups, and we'll be graduating them around mid-October. Other things that we do that besides incubation and acceleration is our community development program. And one thing that I think Dereja Dereja participants can definitely benefit from. One of them is the Startup Thursday, which is a monthly networking and discussion platform where youth can meet each other. They can talk to various sector players and create a networking environment in that area. So the objective of Startup Thursday is to build the entrepreneurial mindset, to connect with people, and to build the community. And we have that on a running basis. So we have another one on October 7th. So if anybody's interested, you can also apply to basically come here. Everything is free. Another thing that we do is we work on digital health workshop where we provide brainstorming sessions for healthcare professionals and software developers to come up with creative and useful, usable, and implementable digital health solutions. So we conducted 2 of these workshops, and we've had around 40 attendance, and the limited attendance is because of COVID situation. And that kind of inspired the formation of 2 startups, one startup being incubated at another hub, and the other startup was a finalist for our second cohort as well. Another thing that we do in terms of community development is Orbitcast and Orbit 360, which is a bi-monthly podcast video where incubating sector players and international innovators and others join. So we have that on a bi-monthly basis, and we publish those on our YouTube page. We also have an online startup school, which is just beginning, but we provide 5 to 15 minutes lecture videos on various areas. For example, this video is on value chain for digital startups. So on those areas, we provide educational videos as well. So for anybody who's currently looking to advance their capabilities in that particular area can also access our resources online. What we're looking for from our incubatees are 2 things. The first is digital innovation. We want to see some digital new way of solving socioeconomic problems of the country. And the other thing is the team must be able to show that they can prove that value proposition. So if you have those 2 things, if you have a good idea, and if you believe that you can deliver on the value proposition, Orbit Innovation Hub is looking for you. Cohort 3 will be launched very soon in the few coming months. But if you have any kind of questions, you can contact us at Orbit Innovation Hub through our social media pages and also our website as well. You can also contact me directly. You can get my email address from Nabiyu. And if you have any ideas or you want to specifically talk about a specific concept that you're thinking about, our doors are always open. And that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Odas. That was a brief presentation, and we have got a lot of insight about Orbit. Now, anyone with a question can go on. Okay. Ananya? You must be on mute.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Naba, for giving me this chance. I was asking for Orbit. Your website says it's health solutions. Can we provide some like ventilators or something that we can do research and follow up on our innovations? Thank you.
Okay, good. Should we take several questions and answer them, or do you want to answer it one by one?
I think several questions. Several questions out of feedback.
Good. Ikbar, let's try this time. Ikbar, can you hear us? I think Ikbar has a bad connection. So, Barakat, do you have a question?
Yes.
Barakat?
Yes, Mr. Nabi.
Okay, you can go.
Thank you, Nabi. I have a question for Dr. Rodarius. We have some digital innovations for health innovation about reproductive health soon. Can we tell to him about our research work?
Do you want to ask question or you want to give information about your project?
I want to tell for him something that we are doing on.
Okay, I got it. So we just have a couple of minutes for questions, but I can for sure give you his email contact, and you can share whatever projects you may have or what kind of question you have. You can share it through his email. So I'm going to share you guys his email, so you can do that through the email. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very
You can
much.
pass.
Okay. Khalid? Khalid? Khalid Mituku? You must unmute, Kalab, I guess. You are on mute, so please unmute. Or Khalib, you can text your question on the chat box and we may address it later on. Doctor, you can go on with Anania's question.
Yeah, so if you have any kind of digital innovation, even if it's not in the health sector or with innovation, I was willing to work with anyone, any youth that has a sector. As I said before, we're looking for two things. We're looking for digital innovation and we're looking for the youth that is capable or that can show that they're capable to deliver this value proposition. So if you believe that you can deliver this to the market and you believe in the product that you're doing and it is a digital innovation of it being health related or not, please feel free to contact us. We will be happy to work with you guys.
Thank you very much, Doctor. As we said earlier, we are going to share the social media contact and of course personal contact for Vitals through your Telegram contact and of course the email of this webinar registration. So guys, you are going to get the information. And Doctor, thank you very much for your time. It was really an amazing presentation and we have got a lot of information about Orbit. Thank you very much. So now we can move to the next organization. Let's check if Abel is with us. If not, we are going to move to Dereja. I think Abel is not with us. So I'm going to present the next presentation, which is about Dereja. Can you guys see my screen? It's visible? Perfect. So I guess most of you are Dereja trainees, so you might know a lot of things about Dereja Academy program, of course. But this is a public event, which is there are a lot of people who have joined us who are not Dereja personnel. Of course, we are going to have not only that, but we are going to describe what Dereja does as a whole. So let me start. So the first thing is Dereja is a business unit of Information Solutions. I think you guys heard that we have sister company, which or another system unit, which is EthioJobs.net. So the main company is called Information Solutions, and in it we have EthioJobs.net as a business unit, and of course Dereja as the second one, and Java Jobs as the third. So it's Dereja in particular, it's an online platform created to aim to provide solutions to youth and employment. So as you guys were informed, yesterday we had a discussion on Industry Academy linkage in Ethiopia, and that was the strategic place where Dereja as a whole works at. So there is this in the education institutions, and of course there is this work environment or industry, then there's no bridge behind it. So Dereja comes in there. So we are an online platform that are working for youth unemployment, trying to bridge the gap between the industry, which is the educational industry, and of course the work industry. So we have 3 services or 3 interventions. The first thing is Dereja.com, and the second one, which is that most of you guys are in, is Dereja Academy program, and of course the third one is Career Expo Clinic. So let's start with Dereja.com. What's the website? So Dereja.com is a platform built to link university students to implement information and enables them to start their career. So in general, Dereja.com is a website, as you guys know, and I believe that most of you or all of you have an account on it. So it's a platform that usually gives employment information to fresh graduates or people at the university. So the value of our website, it's going to be job and internship opportunities where specifically used lady owner job and internship opportunities of Naragalan. So this is one section of the Dereja.com that providing the service. The second one is online free trainings. We have several trainings that focus on the employment world, of course, the university environment, like CV development or CV writing trainings, employability trainings, and several trainings. So the second intervention of the Dereja.com website as a whole is going to be online free trainings. And then the third one is going to be latest events. This latest event includes, it might be events of the Dereja as a whole, or any those video your own event which can provide in that section or another. So you are going to get information about events in the section of event section of the Dereja.com website. And finally, we have articles that has been written by several people who work on the youth and of course the universities or educational sector that can concern where you guys can get information about several titles. So how we can sign up? So I think this is a bit easy. You guys would go for Dereja.com and you are going to have an account, and after that you guys can access different kinds of services I just mentioned in the past presentation. So you are going to have a candidate account, you are going to fill in the personal information you have to do, then we are going to have that. Then you are expected to build a profile. In this profile, you are going to be asked about your educational status, if you have any kind of certifications, if you have any work experience that's regard to internships or any actual work experience, if you have additional skills, or if you want to work on any kinds of other industries other than the educational pursuit you have right now, and of course your contact information and everything. So we are going to build a profile in here, which you can export as a CV later on. And the second division of Dereja is going to be the Dereja Academy program, which most of you guys are participating on. So Dereja Academy program is a placement program organized for graduating your students. So Dereja as a whole focuses on students, specifically university students, but the specific program, which is DAP or Dereja Academy program, focuses on graduating class students to give them an employability training, a soft skill training, and of course professional training, then making them ready for the job environment, then trying to place them. So this is an opportunity. Of course, if there is anyone who is a fresh graduate in this webinar who has not been attending the Dereja Academy program training, you can apply today on the website and you can be part of us. The program is indifferent from any other training program, as it's an application-based program for students who are ready to make it to the job market. So we have an application-based program. This program is an application-based, so you are going to pass through a serious stages of assessments, because we want someone ready, we want someone who's committed to join the job market and who is ready to work on themselves. The program has an intensive selection process, I told you, because it has 3 steps of assessments and it focuses on building their soft and professional skills. So it can be diversified in 2 kinds of training. The first 2 months you are going to have a soft skills training based on several modules, and next you are going to have a professional training which is focused on your career path. So this year we were planning to train 1,000 students, and we already have started doing that because we have several of your webinar. I think this year are one of the trainees of Dereja Academy training 2021. And however, the students' news of the COVID-19 outbreak was a bit challenged, because we wanted to have physical interventions and aim for a larger number, but the COVID-19 outbreak was a very big challenge for us to do whatever numbers we were expecting to do. So the only way for us to digital and keep our trainees for them to be safe. So the training was being conducted for the past 2 months through the same platform Zoom, as you see, through online sessions. So the program has 3 values or 3 contents. The first thing is going to be online soft skills training on titles of several titles like analytical thinking, self-discovery, building self-image, communication, analytical thinking, and several gender at the workplace, employability, and several modules which are going to be useful for the fresh graduate environment. And the second one was going to be online professional skills training. This is going to be directly related with your field. For example, we have an accounting professional skill training for accounting students. We have a digital marketing training for anyone who wants to pursue their career in digital marketing. And we have a project management training on for anyone who wants to pursue their career on project management, and several like that. So we have different kinds of sections or industries that we are training on professionally. And finally, we are going to have a career guidance section where you are going to be trained or counseled by several expert people who are in the industry. So the process to join this training is going to be, the first is the application. So you have to get in and have an account at Dereja.com first. Then after that, you have to have fill in the application form of the Dereja Academy Exeter program in the homepage, which is going to be asked for several questions about yourself and what kind of person you are, and of course what kind of experiences you had when it comes to extracurricular activities or internships, and several questions. So we have an application about you. You have to fill that in a sufficient manner and well-written manner. Then we are going to have, if you pass that application, we are going to have an interview for you guys. So this interview is going to be conducted to know you more, and for us to check whether you fit to the program or not. And the third stage is going to be an assessment, which is going to be a group assessment. You are going to be meeting different people, different fresh graduates from several universities of the country, and we are going to be coming together with them, and we are going to see your presentation, your communication, everything. And finally, we are going to onboard you. You guys are going to join the training. So the online training, it has several things. The first is going to be, as I told you, soft skill training, which is based on 8 modules. You might have to invest 6 to 9 hours of weekly engagement. So as we told you, it's an intensive training. You have to be willing to invest 10 hours of your time per week. We are going to have 64 credit hours of training and 8 weeks of engagement for the soft skill training. So these are the modules that we are going to train you guys on. The first is going to be self-discovery, as I mentioned. On this, you are going to work on yourself, what kind of past you have, what kind of thinking and self-image you have on yourself, and of course, where do you want to go as a career plan, as a professional, as a person in general, where do you want to go to discover. And the second one is going to be building self-image, where it's a place where you learn how to brand yourself, what kind of communications you have to build in, what kind of brand you have to develop when it comes to a professional environment, the use of your social medias and things like that. And 2 weeks later, we are going to work on communications on different titles, written communication, how to write emails, how to interpersonal communications, how to communicate with people in the work environment, and miscommunications, and several titles like that. And we are going to have analytical thinking, where you are going to practice your imagination, creativity, and critical thinking abilities developed. And the next is going to be effective planning, where you have to learn how to plan, how to have several kinds of planning tools and what kind of tools are out there. Lemdo plan, Madrigal, what's planning means by itself, and things like that. And the next is going to be personal financial management, where we are going to talk about money and how we should handle it when it comes to professional. And we are going to have understanding gender at workplace. Then we are going to have effective job search, which is the job website, what kind of job searching methodologies are there out by the market, and discuss. And so we have a learning management system for this. Kazumuchi conduct and madargipat. So you are going to have a separate learning management system, independent learning management system. We are going to go and see the videos, PDFs, and do the assignments, do the tests. Dereja Academy learning management system. So as I told you, you have to sign up Dereja.com, let them answer the questions, and consistently. So what kind of people do we want to the program? And then the graduating class student. So it's focused with the job environment ለማስገባት. So you have to be a graduating class student, then you have to be focused and dedicated. That's why we have an intensive assessment section. You have to be enthusiastic with a good communication skills. You have to know how to communicate with people. You have to know how to write, how to talk with people when you're called or on an interview, and you have to be a good communicator and an active participant in extracurricular activities. We value extracurricular activities, but internships and extracurricular activities በጣም value እናደርጋለን. We want to see ቅድም እንዳላችሁት in the road track, Isaac, and several companies are in participate የሚያደርጉ ሰዎች ለእኛ ጥሩ አንደርስታንዲንግ ያላቸው ሰዎች ናቸው ብለን እናስባለን። They are ideal candidates for the program. And of course, you have to have an email address. So, you know, I think how to have an email address. These are the social medias that we're on. One not Telegram, Dereja official, or Ask Dereja if you want to ask anything about Dereja services as a whole or DAP training good, you can log in at Ask Dereja Telegram line and information ማግኘት ከፈለጋችሁ ደረጃ ኦፊሻል የሚለውን ፔጅ ማየት ትችላላችሁ and Dereja.com everywhere in LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube ላይ Dereja.com ብላችሁ ብትገቡ ታገኛላችሁ ማለት ነው. So I guess that can sum up what Dereja does, and if you guys have any questions now, you may ask me. Ikbar, your connection was really bad for the past 2 times. Let's try for the final time if it works. Cancer Ragan, you have to write your question on the chat box, okay? You have to unmute first, Ikbar. Ikbar, your connection is very bad, so please write your question in the chat box. Balesti?
Okay, thank you. Audible?
Yes, I can hear you, Balesti. You can go on.
Okay, thank you for giving this time. I just wanted to ask some questions.
Okay.
First, I was get the opportunity to the interview the last 2 months, before last 2 months, but I can get any answer. So when will the training program start?
So as I told you, I think you're mentioning DAP training,
Yeah.
True. Okay. So እንደነገርኩ 3 ቴክኒካል አሰስመንት ፌዝ ያለን ወይ we choose what kind of trainings we want. So የመጀመሪያው application process. Application process ላይ what kind of information you fill in really matters. Some people might write በጣም ትንሽዬ ነገር ቶሎ ቶሎ ለመጨረስ or something. So እሱ ላይ ካለ በስክሪኒንግ ፌዝ ገና ወደ ኢንተርቪው ሳይመጣ it's going to be disqualify የሚደረጉ ሰዎች። The next part ላይ we are going to have an interview. ለኢንተርቪው የሚያልፉ ሰዎች አሉ and we are going to conduct a phone call interview. እነሱ ኢንተርቪው ላይ we are going to have several questions. እነሱን questions ነው የምንጠይቀው. So እነሱን questions ስንጠይቅ we are going to assess problem solving and everything. So እነሱ የሚታዩበት ፌዝ ላይ then we are going to have an information. So እሱኛው ላይ ደግሞ መጥተው የሚወድቁ ሰዎች አሉ. And of course group Sorry, everyone. I think the connection was bad. My apologies. So that has been phase number B as well. I'm going to check for you, but let's see. And let me take a question from Abdullah. Abdullah? Abdullah, you can go on. Okay, ድጋሚ ሚውት አደረግክ Abdullah. ሚውት ያደረግክ አንሚት ታደርጋለህ Abdullah. So አንሚት ላይ አድርገውና you can ask me the question. Abdullah. አሁን መጠየቅ ትችላለህ። አዎ
ኦኬ ከአንድ ወር በፊት ምናምን ኢንተርቪው አድርጋችሁ ነበር እና በስልክ ነበር እና ከዛ በኋላ ምንም ኮንታክት አላደረጋችሁ ነው? ምን ያህል ጊዜ ይወስዳል ኮንታክት ለማድረግ?
Okay, so as I told you, several assessment phase ነው የምናልፈው. Maybe a lot of members አሉ ኢንተርቪው የሚደረጉ, but of course when we are done of one assessment email እንልካለን. So ቅድም እንደነገርኳችሁ make sure to check your emails regularly. By email ነው communicate የምናደርጋችሁ.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So I guess we have finished the just segment we as well. So let's take a 5-minute break, guys, and we are going to move on to the next organization. Thank you very much, Braham Sisai. He's always the one with the music, and thank you very much. So I guess one of our companies, Gabia, is not going to be with us today. That was why we were trying to contact with them, but we have a 20-minute segment. So okay, so let's have how many of you guys give me thumbs up? How many of you guys attended yesterday's panel discussion? Let me see by thumbs up. How many of you were in yesterday's panel discussion? Okay, I see several hands. Good, good, perfect. So for the next 20 minutes, which is going to be a short segment, we are going to discuss on the title Industry Academy linkage specifically in Ethiopia. So what kind of reflection you guys do have specifically to London? Now we have different kinds of reflection from ከደረጃ ሳይድ ከኢንዱስትሪ ሳይድ ከዩኒቨርሲቲ ሳይድ ኮንሰልት ከሚያደርጉ ሳይድ ከፐርሰናል ዴቨሎፕመንት ሳይድ and several things. So let's hear what kind of comments and what kind of reflections that you guys have, especially something ያደረጋችሁ ሰዎች. We want to listen to your reflection. So ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ያለው ኢንዱስትሪ አካዳሚ ሊንክ ስፔሲፊክ ዩኒቨርሲቲስ እናንተ ያላችሁበት እና ወርክ ፕሌስ ማርኬት ላይ ስትወጡ ያለው ሪሌሽንሽፕ ምን ላይ ያለ ይመስላችኋል? What do you know? What kind of things do you want to share us? What's your reflection on that? So let me hear እጅ ያወጣችሁት ሰዎች ዝት አንሰር ኦር ጥያቄ ቅድም የነበራችሁ ሰዎች ናችሁ? ኦኬ እጃችሁን ላውረድና አሁን ከዚህ በኋላ እጃችሁን ተው ሰዎች you can tell me your reflection, I guess. So let me see by the raise of hands who wants to share Industry Academy linkage የሚል ኮንሰፕት ላይ. So what do you think when you think of university የሚወጣ ሰው especially fresh graduate and when they join the work environment ምን የሚጠብቃቸው ይመስላችኋል? What kind of environment do you think there is? ፒክቸራችሁ ምንድን ነው? What kind of picture do you have when you think of the work environment ውጭ ላሉ ነገር ስታስቡ what do you think? Okay, but let's see.
Okay, thank you. So can I speak in Amharic?
Yes, you can.
Okay, አመሰግናለሁ።
ማለት ብዙ ጊዜ አንድ ከግራጁዌሽን እንደወጣን የሆነ ያለው ኤንቫይሮንመንት ጥሩ ነው ብለን ነው የምናስብ። እንደወጣሁ ስራ አገኛለሁ፣ እኔ ኢንጂነር ነኝ፣ ማንም ኤምፕሎይ ያደርገኛል ብለን የምናስብ እና ኢንተርንሺፕ በነበርኩበት ጊዜ ብዙ ነገር ኤክስፔሪንስ አድርጋለሁ። ስለዚህ ኮሮና መኖሩ አንዳንዴ በፖዚቲቭ ሳይድ ሳየው ለአንድ አመት ኢንተርንሺፕ እንሰራ አድርጎኝ አንድ አመት ላይ የሆነ ካምፓኒ ላይ ሰርቻለሁ። ቻሌንጁን ያኔ ማየት ይችላሉ። ኤቭሪባዲ ምንድነው የኢንተርንሺፕ ኦፖርቹኒቲ ያላገኘም ሰው ቢሆን ቤዚካሊ ከግራጁዌሽን በኋላ ያለው ኢንቫይሮንመንት ለምሳሌ ስራ ማጣት አለ። ሳይኮሎጂካሊ ዲቨሎፕ ማድረግ ያለብን ነገር ሊኖር ይችላል። ስለዚህ ስራ ባይኖረኝ ምንድነው ማደርገው፣ በስራ አጥነት ታይም ምንድነው መስራት ያለብኝ የሚሉን ነገር ብዙ ጊዜ ማሰብ ያለብን ይመስለኛል። ፕላስ ብዙዎቻችን እንደወጣን የሆነ ቦታ እቀጠራለሁ ብለን ነው የምናስብ። ዋይ ናት ለምን የሆነ ኦፖርቹኒቲ ተፈጥሮ ራሳችን ፈጥረን ለምን የራሳችን ስራ መስራት አንችልም የሚለውን ነገር ብናስብ የተሻለ ነው ብዬ አስባለሁ። ፕላስ አንዳንዴ ለብዙ ስራ አጥ መኖር ተጠያቂው መንግስት ነው ብዬ አስባለሁ። ምክንያቱም እኔ ለምሳሌ ኢንጂነሪንግ መማር አልፈልግም ነበር፣ ሜዲሲን ነበር የምለው። ሁለተኛ ኢንጂነሪንግ ትምህርት ጆይን ያደረኩት እንደዚህ አይነት ኦፖርቹኒቲዎችን መንግስት ፈርስት መጀመሪያ ባያመቻችልን ኖሮ በመረጥ ነው። የራሴን ፎቢያ አልተማርኩም። አሁን ላይም ልጠላው አልችልም። አክቹዋሊ አክሴፕት አድርጌዋለሁ ነገሩ። ስለዚህ እንደወጣን ቤዚካሊ መቀጠር ከሚለው በስተጀርባ ምንድነው እንዴት ስራ ልፍጠር የሚለውን ነገር እንደዚህ ሶፍት ስኪሎች ፕሮግራሞችን አግኝተን የተሻለ ነገር ለማግኘት የሚሉት ነገር እና የተሻለ ነው ብዬ አስባለሁ። ድጋሚ ቻንስ ካገኘሁኝ
Thank you very much, Belsi. I guess I share your point. Specifically when it comes to fresh graduates, now the understanding we have about the job environment is a bit tricky. Now, the very aim of this event is, Kayachut, we had the slogan, discover your opportunities in middleware, for you guys to become aware of what kind of things are around. So, a specific thing, a specific job, a specific and bota to get in there and work there. So we don't want to work to think outside that, or because we're not open to listen or go work for that. Now, one of the things, important things mentioned, specifically panelists self-learning and internship experiences really matter. Like marketing professionals, is not those kinds of people, but theoretical some people who just wants to have your job JD job title they read an actual experience. So you guys being willing to go and work and have an experience with the internships and it's really important. And when it comes to engineering students specifically, I think we had a lot of information. If you guys could not access it, you guys could go and check the live Facebook live download information. So we have several companies, and then it's not about getting the office but I'm busy innovative በጣም ብዙ ኢንፎርሜሽኖች አሉ። እነሱ ላይ መስራት እንችላለን ብዬ አስባለሁ። ቶማስ you could go on.
ይሰማል ድምጼ?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you ነባ። ትላንትና እንደሰማነው በአመት ወደ 200 ሰው ግራጁዌት ያደርጋል እና ያ በጣም ታፍ ነው የሚሆነው። ኮምፒቲሽኑ በጣም ታፍ ነው የሚሆነው እና ራሳችንን አፕግሬድ ማድረግ አለብን ብዬ አስባለሁ። ከቴክኖሎጂ ጋር የተለያየ ነገር ሪኳየር ከሚደረጉ ጋር ለሪክሩትመንት ፕሮሰስ ራሳችንን አፕግሬድ ማድረግ አለብን ብዬ አስባለሁ እና ይሄን ከትላንትና የተረዳሁት።
Sorry guys, my connection was out. Actually, ከመጀመሪያ እየሰማው ነበር መሀል ላይ ወጣብኝ። Thank you very much. So let's hear from Makda. Makda, can you hear me? I guess her connection is not working. Makda, I'm seeing. Okay.
I unmute ማድረግ እንዲብሎኝ ነበር አሁን ሰራልኝ። እንዴት አላችሁ ሁላችሁ?
Very good. You can go on.
ከማድረጋችን በፊት ያስፈራ ነበር። ያው
Makda, you're mute again.
እሺ አሁንስ
ይሰማል።
እሺ ይቅርታ ቪዲዮ ማብራት ስላልቻልኩ ነው እና ያስፈራ ነበር። ግን እንዴት ነው አስቸጋሪ ነው ሀገራችን ለወጣቶች ለስራ ለማመቻቸት ዩኒቨርሲቲውም ያለው ሁኔታ። ግን በእንደዚህ አይነት ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች ራሳችን ሄደናል እስኪመጣልን ከመጠበቅ ይልቅ ያለንን አክሰስ በመጠቀም ራስን ማስመለጣላ ሁሉንም ነገር መሞከር ሊሳካልንም ላይሳካልንም ይችላል። ግን የኛ የምንለውን ነገር እስክናገኝ ድረስ ያለውን ኦፖርቹኒቲ በተለያየ መንገድ መጠቀም ኔትወርካችንን ማስፋት እና የኛ የምንለውን ዋና የምንፈልገውን ነገር ድሪማችንን እንድናሳካ የሚረዳን ነገር በመፈለግ እዛ ላይ አታች ሆነን እንድንሰራ የሚያደርግ ነበር። በተለይ የትላንትናው ሴሽናችን አሪፍ ነበረ። ይሄ አሁን ስልካችንን እንድንጠቀምበታል እያንዳንዱን ነገር ችላ እንዳንለው እና ብቻ ግን ራሳችን ላይ እንድናስተውል ሁሉንም ነገር እኛ እየሄድን እንፈልገው ሁሉም ኦፖርቹኒቲ ስለማይመጣ ራሳችን ላይ በደንብ እንድንሰራ የሚያደርግ ነበር እና thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess now we can move to the next organization and Kazawala. I'm going to share here. Okay, actually, and this idea of the ceiling Betty. Kaza, we are going to move to big dreams. Can you hear me, Betty? Unmute Tricky. Mute nation Degana.
ይሰማል?
Yes, we can hear you.
እሺ ባላለሁኝ የትላንትናው ላይ አልነበርኩኝም። ስሜት አድርጌው ነበር። የዛሬው ደስ የሚል ነበረ እና ፍሬሽ ግራጁዌት ነኝ። ሎው ነው በሎው ነው ግራጁዌት ያደርኩት ከሀረማያ ስኩል ከሀረማያ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ኮሌጅ ኦፍ ሎው እና ደስ ይላል። በጣም ብዙ ወጣቶች እዚህ ዌቢናር ላይ ሳይ ደስ ብሎኛል እና ምንድነው ሼር ላደርግ የፈለኩት ነገር ኦፍኮርስ እንደወጣን የስራ ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች ላይኖሩ ይችላሉ። ግን ራሳችን ሰርተን ማለት ራሳችን ላይ መስራት መቻል አለብን ከግቢ ሳንወጣ በፊት ማለት ነው። ያ ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? ስራ እስክናገኝ ሳይሆን ላይክ አካባቢዎች ላይ ያሉ ቮለንተር ሴክተሮችን ሄደን ጆይን ማድረግ መቻል አለብን። አይምሯችን ያለ ስራ ቁጭ ማለት መቻል የለበትም። ምክንያቱም ግቢ ያለንን ላይፍ እና እዚህ ያለው ላይፍ በጣም የሚለያይ ነው። እዚህ የሚጠብቀን ሌላ አይነት ሶሳይቲ ነው። እዛ እንደለመድነው አይደለም። ላይክ የምንቆይበት የ5 ዓመት ወይ 4 ዓመት ቆይታ ሊሆን ይችላል። እዛ 5 ዓመት 4 ዓመት ቆይተን እና እዚህ ስንመጣ በጣም የተለያዩ ሶሳይቲዎች ናቸው የሚቀበሉን እና ራሳችንን ይሄ ከክፍያ ያለፈ አይነት አስተሳሰብ ሊኖረን ይገባል። እዛ ውስጥ ብዙ እንትኖች ቢልድ ኔትወርኮችን ቢልድ ማድረግ እንችላለን እና ክፍያን ሳይሆን ሰብአዊነትን ይዘን እንውጣ በየትኛውም ፕሮፌሽን ቢሆን ማለት ነው። ከዛ በኋላ ኔትወርካችን ቢልድ ካደረግን በኋላ እኛ መሆን የምንፈልገውና መስራት የምንፈልገው ነገር ለማግኘት ምንም ነገር አያግደንም። ሰው እንደዚህ አይነት ኢቨንቶችን ላይ ፓርቲሲፔት ማድረግ ላይክ ቴክኖሎጂን ዝም ብለን ሶሻል ሚዲያ ላይ ብቻ ታይማችንን ባለማሳለፍ ማለት ነው። በእንደዛ አይነት ነገር እና ላይክ ደረጃዎች ደግሞ እንደ መልዕክት አስተያየት ነገር ሊሆን ይችላል ብትወስዱ ደስ ይለኛል። ስለ ደረጃ የሰማሁትን ከግቢ ከወጣሁ በኋላ ግቢ ሆኜ እድሉን አላገኘሁትም። ልታውቁ ትችላላችሁ። የግቢ ላይ ስፔሻሊ ህግ ተማሪ ስትሆኑ ምንም አይነት ኤክስትራ ካሪኩለም አክቲቪቲ ለማካሄድ ራሱ በጣም ታፍ የሆነ ታይም ያለን። እኔ ግቢ በነበርኩበት ሰዓት ላይብረሪ፣ ክላስ፣ ቸርች እና ኤክስትራ ካሪኩለም አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ እንኳን ለመሳተፍ በጣም ታይም ያጥረኝ ነበረ እና በጣም ራሳችንን አጨናንቀን ውስጥ ስንኖር የምንኖረው እና እንደዚህ አይነት ኢንፎርሜሽኖችን ላናገኝ ይችላል። ሜቢ የከተማ ሰዎች፣ አዲስ አበባ የሚኖሩ ሰዎች እንደዚህ አይነት ነገሮችን ሊያገኙ ይችላሉ። አንድ የሀረማያ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ተማሪ እና አንድ አዲስ አበባ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ተማሪን አምጥተህ ያለውን ኢንፎርሜሽን ስለ ደረጃ ሌላ አይነት እንትኖችን አክቲቪቲዎችን ብትጠይቃቸው እኩል ኢንፎርሜሽን አይኖራቸውም ነው። ስለዚህ እናንተ ልክ ግራጁዌት እንትን ላይ ታይም ላይ ሳይሆን መታችሁ እንትን ማለት ያለባችሁ ካምፓኒዎችን ማስታወቅ ያለባችሁ ያላቸውን ሚሽኖች ማስታወቅ ያለባችሁ ላይክ ፎርዝ ዩ ላይ ገብቷችኋል አይደለ? ራሳቸውን ማዘጋጀት እንዲችሉ ማለት ነው። እና አይዊሽ ቀደም ብዬ ባውቀው ነው ያለውን ቤኔፊት ሳይዝ እስከማ ምናምን በጣም ነበር እንትን ያልኩት እና ላይክ አፕላይ አድርጌ ነበር ለአካዳሚው ማለት ነው። እና የሆነ ነገር እንትን ኖሃው ቢኖረን ነው መስራት ያለብን ልንወጣ ስንል አይደለም። ልንወጣ ስንል ተጣድፈን ነው የምንወጣው። ሳንወጣ በፊት አንድ አመት ቀደም ብለን ወይም ሰመር ላይ ገብቷችኋል አይደለ? በብዙ አይነት እንትኖች ላይ ብንሰራ ብዬ አስባለሁ። ይሄ ነው። ቴንክ ዩ ሶ ማች።
Thank you very much, Bethlehem. I guess a strong message, and thank you very much. Actually, we are working that as much as we can. Every year, every quarter, campaign which run Madargalan, we are trying to create an awareness, and of course, we believe we have created a good job, but of course, it's not sufficient. And push Madargalan, but thank you very much for the comment. So without further ado, I think we can move on to Big Dreams. So, Binyam, are you with us?
Yeah, interview.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good.
And then, so you can go on.
All right. Okay, so screen it actual, hopefully.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so Bigrim Ethiopia ነው ፕሬዘንት የማደርግላችሁ። እኔ ስሜ ቢኒያም ዳንኤል ይባላል። የቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያ ቺፍ ቴክኖሎጂ ኦፊሰር ነኝ። ቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያን ምን እንደሆነ እስካሁን ድረስ ምን እንደሰራን ከኮቪድ ጋር የተያያዙ ፕሮጀክቶቻችንን ኪ ፋክተሮቻችንና አብሮን እየሰሩ ያሉ ፓርትነሮቻችንን ከበር ለማድረግ ሞክራለሁ። ቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያ በ2018 እንደ ኦንላይን ፕላትፎርም ስታብሊሽ ተደረገ። በ2019 ኦክቶበር ላይ ደግሞ አሶሲዬትስ ኦር ሲቪል ሶሳይቲ ሬጅስተርድ ሆነ እና ዓላማው ቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያ ሞደርን የሆነች ስሞል የሆነ ግን ሞደርን የሆነ ሶሳይቲ ክሬት ማድረግ ከቻለን ይሄ ሞደርን የሆነ ሶሳይቲ ስፔሻሊ ዩዝ ላይ ያተኮረ ሶሳይቲ በጣም ራፒድ በሆነ ወይ ራሱ ጋር ያለውን ሞቲቬሽን እና ፖዚቲቭ ቲንኪንግ ያሰራጫል ብለን አስበን ነው ቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያን የጀመርነው እና ስሞል የሆነች ሞደርን ሶሳይቲን ክሬት ማድረግ ከቻለን የተሻለችውን ኢትዮጵያን ነገ ላይ ቢልድ ለማድረግ ትልቅ በር ይከፍትልናል የምትለውን ኮንሰፕት ይዘን የጀመርነው። ፒላሮቻችን የምንሰራባቸው ስፔሲፊክ ኤሪያዎች ኳሊቲ ኦፍ ኤዱኬሽን ላይ እንዲሁም ኦፖርቹኒቲ ኢምፓወርመንት ላይ አዌርነስ ኦን ግሎባል አድቫንስመንት ላይ እንዲሁም ሄልዚ ሊቪንግ ግሪን አክቲቪዝም እና ቮለንተሪዝም ላይ ያተኩራል። ቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያን ከዚህ በፊት የምታውቁት ካላችሁ አብዛኛው እንቅስቃሴዎቻችን ያሉት ሶሻል ሚዲያ ላይ ነው። እነሱንም ሜንሊ የምንጠቀመው ኦፖርቹኒቲ አድሬሲንግ ነው። ነገር ግን በውስጥ አሁን በኋላ ላይ የማሳያችሁ እስካሁን ድረስ የሰራናቸው በኳሊቲ ኤዱኬሽን ዙሪያ በግሪን አክቲቪዝም እና እንዲሁም በቮለንተሪዝም ዙሪያ እንደዚሁ እንሰራለን። ኦፖርቹኒቲ አድሬሲንግ ላይ ፎከስ ያደረግንበትም ዓላማ እኛ ሀገር አቅም ያለው ወይንም ደግሞ ፖቴንሻል ያለው ብዙ ወጣት አለ ብለን እናምናለን እና ያንን ወጣት የሆነ መድረክ የለውም ይሄ ውስጡ ያለውን ችሎታ አውጥቶ የሚያሳይበት እና እነዚህን እጁ ላይ ያሉት ኦር ደግሞ እሱ አክሰስ ሊያደርጋቸው ያልቻለውን ወጣቶቻችን አክሰስ ሊያደርገው ያልቻለውን ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች አድረስ ማድረግ ከቻልን አትሊስት ቅድም ያልነውን ሞደርን ሶሳይቲ ክሬት የማድረግ ትንሽ የመጀመሪያውን ስቴፕ ወደፊት ያቀርበናል ብለን እናስባለን። እና እስካሁን ድረስ የሰራናቸው ከኦፖርቹኒቲ አድሬሲንግን በተጨማሪ ስራዎቻችን የመጀመሪያው or actually one of the many things that we have done green legacy ትልቁን ድርሻ ይይዛል። so green legacy on actively ቢግሪም ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ከሚተገበሩ አክቲቪቲዎች ካምፔኖች ውስጥ አንዱ ነው። so green legacy በደንብ እንደግፋለን። ከዚህ በፊት ቬንቸሮችን እንዲሁም ካምፔኖችን ክሬት አድርገን ግሪን ሌጋሲን ግሪን አክቲቪዝምን ለማንቀሳቀስ የተሳተፍንባቸው ካምፔኖች አሉ። ይህም አንደኛው ነው። ከዛም በመቀጠል ዘኢትዮጵያ you want to be የሚልም ካምፔን እንደዚሁ እንዳልኩት ሞደርን የሆነ ሶሳይቲ ክሬት ለማድረግ በተለያዩ ኤሪያዎች ላይ እንደዚሁ እየተዘዋወረን ወጣቱ ሞቲቬሽኑን እና አስፒሬሽኑን የሚያሰፋበትን or የሚያንጸባርቅበትን አይነት መድረኮችም ለመፍጠር የምንጥርባቸው አንደኛው ዘኢትዮጵያ you want to be የሚለው ቬንቸራችን ነው። በቀጣይነት ያለው ሶሪ ቴንክ ዩ ካምፔን አለን። የይቅርታና የምስጋና እኛ ሀገር በጣም አንደርስቲሜት የሚደረግ ነገር ግን የኛ የምንለው ባህላችን ነበር እና ይህንን አውተንቲክ የሆነ ባህላችንን የምናወጣበት አንድ ካምፔን የሚያዘጋጀ ነው። ሶሪ ቴንክ ዩ ይባላል። ሶ ኢኒሺያሊ ይህንን የጀመርነው በፊዚካል ኢንተራክሽን በሚያሳትፍ መልኩ ነበር። ነገር ግን ኮቪድ ሂት ካደረገ በኋላ ይህንን ማድረግ ስላልቻለን ሰው የራሱ የፈለገውን ኦር ደግሞ ይቅርታ ወይም ምስጋናን የሚልክበትን ዲጂታል የሆነ ሞባይል አፕሊኬሽን ሰርተን ኤግዛክትሊ እዚህ ጋር የምታዩትን ፖስት ካርድ አይነት ፖስት ካርዶች ለፈለገው ሰው ዩዚንግ ሶሻል ሚዲያ ሊሆን ይችላል ኦር ኤኒ ሚዲያ ሼሪንግ ፕላትፎርም ተጠቅሞ የሚልክበትን ፖስት ካርድ ክሪኤተር አፕሊኬሽን ሰርተን ይህንን ባህላችንን ለማስፋፋትን በዲጂታሉን በኩል እየተዘዋወረን እየሰራን እንገኛለን። ከዚህ በመቀጠል የሰራነው ቮለንተሪዝም ላይ ከሰራንባቸው ኦር ደግሞ ቮለንተሪዝም ብለን ሌብል ካደረግነው ፒላሮች ውስጥ የሰራንባቸው አንደኛው ስራ በዘውዲቱ ሆስፒታል ውስጥ ቮለንተሪዎችን ሪክሩት አድርገናል። እንዲሁም በየካ ተራራ በኩል ደግሞ በየካ ተራራ ትምህርት ቤት በኩል ኳሊቲ ኦፍ ኤጁኬሽንን ኢንሹር ለማድረግ እነዚህ ተማሪዎች ከሚማሩት ትምህርት ባሻገር አጋዥ የሚሆናቸውን ትምህርት ቱቶሪያሎችን በመስጠት እንደዚህም አይነት ካምፔኖች ላይ ተሳትፈናል። ሌላኛው እንዳልኳችሁ በደንብ ፎከስ ኤሪያ አድርገንም እየሰራንበት ያለው አክቲቭሊም ሶሻል ሚዲያ ላይም በደንብ እየሰራን ያለ ነው ኦፖርቹኒቲ ቬንቸራችን ላይ ነው። ኦፖርቹኒቲ ቬንቸራችንን ከስር በምታያቸው ሶሻል ሚዲያዎች ውስጥ እንዲሁም በዌብሳይታችን በኩል አክሰስ መደረግ ይችላሉ። አሁን ግን ይህንን ነገር ኢን ላርጅ ስኬል ዲማንዱንም አይተን ኢን ላርጅ ስኬል መስራት ስለፈለግን ይህንን ወጣቱን ኢንተራክሽን እና ኤንጌጅመንቱን በደንብ ያገናዘበ ፕላትፎርም አሁን ከረንትሊ በመስራት ላይ እንገኛለን። ስቴይ ቲዩንድ። ኦፖርቹኒቲ ቬንቸራችን ላይ ያላችሁ ከሌላችሁ ደግሞ ሜቢ የግቢ ተማሪም ከሆናችሁ ኦር ኤኒዋን እንደነዚህ አይነት ኦፖርቹኒቲዎችን ኤኒ ታይፕ ኦፍ ኦፖርቹኒቲ ሊሆን ይችላል። ፎር ኢንስታንስ ስኮላርሺፖች ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ፣ ኢንተርንሺፖች ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ፣ ቮለንተሪዝምን ፕሮሞት የሚያደርጉ ቬንቸሮች ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ። እንደነዚህ አይነት ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች ዊዝን ኢትዮጵያ እና ከኢትዮጵያ ውጭም ያሉ ቬንቸሮችን የምናስተዋውቅበት ፕላትፎርም ነው። ይህንን ፕላትፎርም ከረንትሊ በሶሻል ሚዲያችን ላይ አክቲቭሊ መከታተል ትችላላችሁ። ግን ስቴይ ቲዩንድ ዊ አር ወርኪንግ ኦን ዲስ ላርጅ ፕላትፎርም በጣም ዩዜብል በሆነ ወይ የምትጠቀሙበት። ኮቪድ-19 ላይ ካደረግናቸው activities አንዱ I have a dream and this is why I am battling this pandemic የሚል ሶሻል ሚዲያ ካምፔን አዘጋጅተን ነበር። በጣም ደስ የሚል ፖዚቲቭ ፊድባኮችን አግኝተናል። ድሪሜ ይሄ ነውና ለዚህም ነው ኮቪድ ኦር ፓንዴሚክን የምጋፈጠው የሚሉ ብዙ ወጣቶች ሀሳባቸውን ሼር ያደረጉበት ላርጅ የሆነ ካምፔን ነበር። this was quite an experience። ከዛም ባለፈ በብሔራዊ ባቡር ጣቢያ ተዘዋውረን ብዙ ንክኪዎች የሚበዙባቸውን ኤሪያዎች እየተዘዋወረን ዲስኢንፌክት የማድረግ ስራ ሰርተን ነበር። ከዛም ባለፈ በቴክ ዙሪያ አሁንም አጋሪ የሚባል አንድ ከረንትሊ እየሰራን የምንገኘው ፕላትፎርም አለ። አጋሪ ፎከስ የሚያደርገው ኢኒሺያሊ የኮቪድን መነሳት እንደ መነሻ አድርጎ የተነሳ ፕላትፎርም ሲሆን በኋላ ላይ ግን እኛ ሀገር እጅግ ብዙ የተጎዱ ሰዎች አሉ። ፕራየር ቱ ኮቪድም ከኮቪድም በኋላ የምናየው እኛ ለራሳችን መድረስ ያቃተን አንድና አንድ ምክንያት የምንደግፋቸው የምንረዳቸው ሰዎች ምን ያህል እውነት አላቸው የሚለውን ነገር ስለማናቅ ነው። እና ያንን ሪሊ ችግር ያለበትን ሰው አይዴንቲፋይ አድርጎ ሰው የሚረዳበትን አንድ ሰው ለራሱ ለወገኑ የሚያጋራበትን ፕላትፎርም እየሰራ እንገኛለን። ይሄ ከምንም ነገር በላይ እኛ ለራሳችን መድረስ አለብን የምትለዋን ፖይንት በደንብ ሌብል አውት አድርጎ ያሳየናል። ምክንያቱም የምታውቁት ነገር ነው፣ ሲደግፉን የነበሩ የውጭ መንግስታት ባን እያደረጉን ነው እና ይሄ ምን ያህል እኛ ለራሳችን መድረስ እንዳለብን የሚያሳየንና መንቃት ያለብን ጊዜ ነው ብለን ስላሰብን እዚህም ፕላትፎርም ላይ ከረንትሊ አክቲቭሊ እየሰራንበት ከምንገኝበት አንድ የቴክ ቬንቸር አንዱ አጋሪ ነው ማለት ነው። ሶ ኪ ፋክተር ኦርጋናይዜሽናችን ላይ አሁን ከረንትሊ እንዳልኳችሁ within a few weeks or most probably a month ፎርም እንለቅና በጣም ቮለንቲሮችን እዚህ ኤሪያ ላይ እንዲሰሩ አሁን ከረንትሊ ያልኳችሁ ፒላሮች ላይ እንዲሰሩ እንፈልጋለን። ስትራክቸራል ማኔጅመንት፣ ሂውማን ሪሶርስ ላይ አሎኬሽን፣ ኮሚኒኬሽን እና ፓርትነርሺፕን በደንብ የምንሰራበት ኤሪያዎች ናቸው። ሶ we are really looking for motivated የሆኑ ፐርሰናሎችን እዚህ ጋር አብረውን የሚሰሩ ኢንተረስትድ የሆኑ እና እዚህ ጋር ኦርጋናይዜሽናችን ላይ ገብተው የራሳቸውን አሻራ ማሳረፍ ለሚፈልጉ የትኛውም አይነት ወጣት በራችን ክፍት ነው። ስቴይ ቲዩንድ። ቻናላችንን ቴሌግራም ላይ፣ ሊንክድኢን እንዲሁም ሶሻል ሚዲያ ፕላትፎርም ላይ ፎሎ አድርጉን፣ ታገኙታላችሁ። ይህንን ካምፔኖች ለመጀመር ስንፈልግ የምንለቃቸውን ፎርሞች ፎሎ አፕ አድርጉን። አሁን አብረውን እየሰሩ ያሉ ፓርትነሮቻችን የኔ ቤተሰብ፣ በድ ፋውንዴሽን እና አቪዮን ላብስ አብረውን ከረንትሊ አክቲቭሊ እየሰሩ ይገኛሉ። በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። ኤኒዋን ሃዝ ኤኒ ኩዌስችንስ ፕሊዝ ሌት ሚ ኖው።
Thank you very much, Bini. So I see several hands raised. Thomas, do you have a question or is it good? Thomas Wenderson.
No, የቀደሙ
እሺ ሶ lower hand ላድርግና አዲስ ጥያቄ ያላችሁ ሰዎች you can raise your hands. Okay, anyone with a question now? እሺ let me start with Yapsira, then Trungu. Yapsira, you could start. You could ask your question.
Okay. Hello again. So my question is it like for example like a rotary ምናምን ላይ ሲሆን in a member based የሆነ ነገር ነው እና I'm not clear አሁን ለምሳሌ you said እንዴት ነው እንትን እንፈልጋለን አብሮ የሚሰራ ሰው እንፈልጋለን ምናምን ነገር ብለሃል ማለት ነው እና what's like the requirements if someone wants to work with you or like do you have application አላችሁ እንትን የሚባል ምናምን እንደዛ?
Okay, good. So let's hear several questions now. I think Bini, you can address them, I guess. Trungu, unmute አድርጊና
ይሰማል መባ?
አዎ ይሰማል ትርንጎ።
እሺ አመሰግናለሁ። ደስ የሚል ፕሬዘንቴሽን ነበረ። እኔ እውነት ኢንተረስቲንግ የሚያደርገኝን አይዲያ ስላገኘሁ ነው ጥያቄ ያወጣው። ለምን እንዲህ ባለ ነገር መስራት ሁሌም ሆቢ ስለሆነ ሲስተር ቢኒያም ጠይቀው ጥያቄ ግን ያብስራ ጠይቀዋለች፣ ግን እኔም ደግሜ ጠይቃለሁ። ምናልባት መስፈርታችሁ ምንድነው? ወይስ በማንኛውም ዲፓርትመንት የተመረቀ ፖሊስ ሰርቪስ የሚሰጥ በሙሉ መስራት ይችላል የሚለውን ጥያቄ ነው እና ደስ የሚለኝን ፖይንት ስለሰማው በጣም አመሰግናለሁ።
አመሰግናለን ትርንጎ። Let me add on one more question and we will answer the order. Anyone with a question? ጥያቄ ያለው ሰው? እሺ ቤትልሔም You can go on. ድምፅሽ አይሰማም ልክ ነኝ።
ይሰማል አሁን?
it's good.
እሺ thank you. መጠየቅ የምፈልገው like thank you ma'am, it's nice presentation. እንትን ነው like በጣም ስፔሲፊክ ብታረግልን ማለት ቮለንተር ስንል የምትሰሩበት ካምፓኒያችሁ የሚሰራበት ኤሪያ ምን ላይ ነው ማለት በጣም ማለት ነው በጣም ግልጽ ቢሆን ግን ደስ ይለኛል። ላይክ ቅድም ማነው ስሙ ይቅርታ አላስታወስኩትኝ ፕሬዘንት ሲያደርግ የነበረው ማለት ነው እሱ ትንሽ እንትን ነክቶታል። ላይክ የነበራቸውን እንትኖች ግሩፖች የት እንደሚገኙ ምናምን የት ጆይን ማድረግ እንደምንችል ለምሳሌ ሬድ ክሮስን ጠቅሶልን ነበር። እዚህ ቦታ ጆይን ማድረግ ትችላላችሁ። የእናንተንም ልክ እንደዚህ እንትን ብትለን እኛ ፓርቲስፔት ማድረግ የምንችልበትን ኤሪያውን ብናውቅ። Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think Bini, the questions follow on specifically የት ቦታዎች ላይ ትገኛላችሁ and what kind of membership process is there, how they can join and be part of you. As soon specifically ነግራችሁ I think that would be idea. So I think you're on mute.
Okay. Thank you በጣም so ጥያቄያችሁ በጣም insightful እና ያ መጠየቅም ያለባቸው ናቸው። so ለመጀመሪያው ለተጠይቀው እንዴት ነው ሜምበር መሆን የምንችለው ለሚለው አብዛኛውን ሜምበሮቻችንን ከዚህ በፊትም ሪክሩት ያደረግነው through internship ነው። ኢንተርንሺፕ ፕሮግራሞች እና ቮለንተሪዝም ፕሮግራሞች ብለን እንከፍላቸዋለን። so long lasting የሆኑ ፕሮጀክቶች ሊኖሩ ይችላሉ። through the internship ደግሞ ያገኘናቸውን ስቲል ሜምበር እናደርጋቸዋለን። ያ ማለት ያው አብዛኛው የኢንተርንሺፕ ሪክሩትመንት ለማንጸባረቅ የሚፈልገው ሞር ላይክ ፍሪ ታይም የተወሰነ ጊዜ ላይ ኖሯቸው ከዛ ወይ ወደ ስራ ወይ ወደ ትምህርት የሚሄዱ ሰዎች አሉና ሰው እንደነዛ አይነት ተማሪዎችም ሊሆን ይችላሉ ሰራተኞች through a specific period of time እኛ ጋር መጥተው ሊሰሩ የሚችሉትንም ያጠቃልላል። at the same time ሎንግ ላስቲንግ የሆነ የቢግ ድሪም ኢትዮጵያ ፋሚሊ ወይም ደግሞ የቢግ ፋሚሊ ሜምበርም ሆኖ የሚቀጥሉበት it's all depending on their interest እና ዲፔንዲንግ እዚህ ጋር ለሚሰጡት ሰዓት አንፃር ፉል ታይም እኛ ጋርም ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ። at the same time ደግሞ እነዚህ የሚሰሩትን ስራዎች በትርፍ ሰዓቴ or break ላይ ሲሆን መስራት እንፈልጋለን የሚልም ሰው በዛ ሰዓት መስራት ይችላሉ ማለት ነው። so there is no barrier እዛ ጋር የትኛውም አይነት ክፍት ሰዓት ያገኘ ሰው የማይገባበት ምንም ምክንያት የለም። ፎከስ ኤሪያችን ለሚለው ደግሞ ሁለተኛው ጥያቄ እንዳያችሁት ከሆነ አብዛኛውን የምንሰራቸው ነገሮች through ቮለንተሪዝም የሚሰሩት ያው ስኪል ሳይሆን actually ኢንተረስት ነው የሚጠይቀውና ቀደም ቤተልሔም እንደውም ያነሳችው ፖይንት ላይ ማንጸባረቅ መፈልገው ነገር ሰባዊነት የሚለውን ነገር ብላለች እና እዛ ላይ ቮለንተሪዝም ላይ ያለን ኳሊፊኬሽን ሰባዊነት የሚሰማው የትኛውም አይነት ግለሰብ መሳተፍ ይችላል። ሌብል ላይ ያደረግነው ቮለንተሪዝምን እስከሆነ ድረስ ማለት ነው። so anyone with a good will something ለሶሳይቲ ጊቭ ባክ ማድረግ ፈልጋለሁ የሚል አይነት ሰው መሳተፍ ይችላል። ከዛ በዘለለ ግን የምንሰራቸው ቬንቸሮች እንዳልኳችሁ ቴክ ዙሪያ ላይ ቴክ ነክ የሆኑ ነገሮች አሉ። በፒአር በኩልም የሚሰሩ ብዙ ስራዎች አሉና ኦን ቴክ ሌቭል ስቲል አሁንም እንደውም ማጆሪቲው እኛ ጋር ከረንትሊ እየመጡ ያሉት በቴክ በኩል ነው። ግን ስቲል ሰፋ ያለ ኦዲየንስም እዚህ ጋር እንፈልጋለን። ግራፊክስ ዲዛይነሮች፣ ዴቨሎፐሮች፣ ዩአይ ዲዛይነሮች፣ ኮንቴንት ክሪኤተሮችን በደንብ እንፈልጋለን። ሶ በሌላው በኩል ደግሞ በኦፖርቹኒቲ አድሬሲንግ በኩል ደግሞ ያልኩት ኤሪያ ላይ እጅግ በጣም ኮንቴንት ክሪኤተሮችን እንፈልጋለን። ያ ማለት አክቲቭሊ ሶሻል ሚዲያ ላይ ያሉትን ነገሮች አሁን እኛም እያደረግን ያለ ነው። በጣም ቬሪፋይድ ካደረግናቸው ቦታዎች ቬሪፋይ ከሆኑ ሶርሶች ነው እያመጣን ያለ ነው እና አንዳንድ ጊዜ ላርጅ የሆኑ ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች ይመጣሉ። ቬሪፋይ አድርገን ማለፍ ስላለብን እነሱን አድሬስ ለማድረግ የምንችገርበት ጊዜ አለ እና ሪሊ ኮንቴንት ክሪኤተሮችም በጣም እዚህ ጋር ብዙ ግብአት ሊሆኑን ይችላሉ ለእኛ እና ኦን ኦፖርቹኒቲ ሌቭል ላይ የምንሰራቸው ስራዎች ላይ ኮንቴንት ክሪኤተሮችን እንፈልጋለን። ግን እኛም የምናምነው እዚህ ቢግ ድሪም ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ገብተን ራሳችን ስኪሎቻችንን ሼር ማድረግ የሚባለውን ነገር በደንብ እናምንበታለን እና really if you are interested enough and if you're even trying to get started we're more than happy እዚህ ጋር አብረናችሁ ለመስራት እና even ለማስፋትም ለማሳደግም የምትፈልጉበት አይነት ኤሪያ ከሆነ that's the whole point of internship actually እንደዛም አይነት ኢንተረስትም ካላችሁ አሁን በተቀስኳቸው ኤሪያዎች ዙሪያ የምትገኙ የትኛውም አይነት ዩዝ follow up on our social media we will eventually have እንደዚህ በተደጋጋሚ ላንች የሚደረጉ ካምፔኖች so እዛ ላይ እናሳትፋቸዋለን እና yeah that's now I hope ሁሉንም ጥያቄዎች ነክቻቸዋለሁ ያልተመለሰ ካለ please
very much, Mini. I guess you have answered all the questions, and of course, we are going to share all the social medias and information about Big Dreams as you have in our index, so you guys can contact Nabinam and his colleagues as a contact line. Thank you very much, Mini, and it was really an amazing presentation. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
So I guess we are left with two organizations now. We have Creative Hub with us. They are going to join us, of course, in a couple of minutes. And of course, we have Campus France Mibal program from the French Embassy, and please make sure to be with us then. We would like to apologize for that, but it's really an important company. So I urge everyone to stay with us and information from the TOS2. So with the next segment comes out, I'm gonna hear some insights from you guys. So the next discussion point is going to be how important do you think is our extracurricular activities or internships in Ibalut Nagaruch? How important do you feel like they are important when it comes to the professional world? And fresh graduate in the mind professional join Madrix even join Kaderagambana, how important do you think are extracurricular activities like Rotract and these companies? How important do you think they are? So participate ማድረግ እነሱ ላይ ፕሮፌሽናሊ ግሮ ለማድረግ ይጠቅማላችሁ ምን ያልታስባላችሁ ሊንክ ይደሽው ካይንስ have a platform on Telegram. Sorry guys, I guess there was a connection problem. Let me start with Kasan. Kasan, you can go on.
Yes, thank you so much, Nava. And this ናችሁ ስለ ድሉ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። ሶ እነዚህ የተለያዩ ቮለንተር አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ መሳተፍ ዘርፈ ብዙ ጠቀሜታ ነው ያለው። ግን የመጀመሪያ ሁላችንም ኤቭሪዋን የምጠይቋቸው ሊመልሱላቸው ልንመልሰው የምንችለው ነገር ቢኖር የመጀመሪያው መንፈሳዊ እርካታ ነው። በጣም ደስ ይላል። የተለያዩ ቮለንተር አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ መሳተፍ ሰባዊ አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ መሳተፍ መንፈሳዊ እርካታ አለው። ሌላው ደግሞ ትሬኒዎች ሁላችንም እዚህ ውስጥ ደረጃ ውስጥ ያለን አብዛኞቻችን እናውቀዋለን። ትራንስፈረብል ስኪል የሚባል ነገር ያለ which is ትራንስፈር የሚደረግ አንዱ ስኪል ወደ ሌላው ስኪል የሚተላለፍ ማለት ነው። ሶ ለፕሮፌሽናል ህይወታችን ወይም ደግሞ ለክሬዳችን ጥሩ የሆነ አድቫንቴጅ አለው ማለት ነው። የተለያዩ ቮለንተሪ አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ መሳተፍ ጥሩ የሆነ ጠቀሜታ አለው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ እነዚህ የተወሰኑ ጠቀሜታዎች ናቸው። አመሰግናለሁ።
Thank you very much. Kebron? Kebron, I think you have to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes.
እንዴት አረፈዳችሁላችሁ? አመሰግናለሁ ስለድሉ። ኤክስትራ ከሪኩላር አክቲቪቲስ በጣም ያው አስፈላጊ ናቸው። ቅድም ካስሽም እንዳለው ፈን እናገኛለን በነዛ ሞር ሪላክስድ ያደርጋሉ። ያችን ቱዛት ግን የተለያዩ ስኪሎችን በዛ ውስጥ ዴቨሎፕ እናደርጋለን። ላይክ ኮሚኒኬሽን ስኪሎችን፣ ፕሮብለም ሶልቪንግ የተለያዩ ስኪሎችን ዴቨሎፕ እንድናደርግ ይረዱናል። ኢንአዲሽን ቱዛት ደግሞ ከሌሎች ሰዎችም አዳዲስ ኤክስፔሪየንሶችን ሼር ማድረግ እንችላለን በእነዚህ በኤክስትራ ከሪኩላር አክቲቪቲዎች ማለት ነው። እና አሪፍ ነው፣ በጣም ጥሩ ነገር ነው።
Thank you very much. Ananya, I suggest guys if you could tell us also professionally እንዴት grow እንድናደርግ ሊጠቅመን ይችላል የሚለውን አይዲያ በተናኩ ደስ ይለኛል። Ananya, you could go.
Okay, thank you ነባ። ያው ኤክስትራ ከሪኩላር አክቲቪቲዎች ስናይ የኛን ከኤክስፕሎር በጣም እንድናደርግ ማይንዳችንን ኦፕን አድርገን ለሌሎች ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች ምን አይነት ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች አሉ የሚለውን ለማየት በጣም ብዙ ኦፖርቹኒቲ ይሰጡናል። በወርክ ፕሌስ ስናየው ሰዎችን ራሱ ሚት ለማድረግ የሚጠቁን ኦፖርቹኒቲዎች አሉ። እነ ሮትራክትን ብንወስድ ከነሱ ጋር ብዙ ቮለንቲሪዝም ብትሰራ የሚያገናኙን ሰዎች ብዛታቸው ራሱ ከጥቅሙ በላይ ነው የሚሆነው። ሰውን ደግሞ እንደመርዳት የሚጠቅም ሌላ ምንም ነገር የለም እና ኤክስትራ ከሪኩላር አክቲቪቲዎች ከትምህርት ጋር አንድ ላይ ብናያይዛቸው በጣም ጥሩ ናቸው። አመሰግናለሁ።
Thank you very much, Anani. Let's go to, I guess, Yabsra.
Hello again.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so extracurricular activities. I wish I knew sooner. Like really, like through my last year as college, I'm involved a lot of work. I love joined Dereja, I've joined Isaac, the professionally, but at ትምህርት ቤት እንትን ካለው በላይ I have gained a lot of experiences በዚህ ነገር ማለት ነው። like project management ይሆናል፣ like team working ይሆናል ምናምን ነገር like college, like they don't tell us ይሄ ስንወጣ ያለው ነገር it's not just academic የሆነ ነገር አይደለም። you have to have the ability to work with teams, you have to have like the ability to build good teams and like develop your communication skills and everything ማለት ነው። እና it's like an easy way to learn all that before like joining the real world ማለት ነው። እና through my times there I have realized like I have like so much more abilities and ነገር recognize አድርጌበታለሁ። I can like build teams, I can delegate works እና ምናምን ነገር የሚለውን ነገር በጣም እንትን ይላል።
Okay, Makda, you can share us your idea now.
ተብሏል። አብዛኛው ግን ከስራ ጋር ሲያያዝ ማለት ነው። እንደዚህ አይነት ኤክስትራ ካሪኩላር አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ መሳተፍ ይሄ የስኪላችን ይሄ ሊደርሺፕ፣ የኮሚኒኬሽን፣ የማኔጅመንት፣ ኮሚኒኬሽን ምናምን ስኪሎች ሳናውቀው በቲዮሪ የምናውቀው ማለት ነው በተግባር እንድንሰራቸው ያደርጉናል እና ስራ ላይ ስንገባ አዲስ አይሆኑብንም ወይ ከነበርንበት አፕግሬድ አድርገን እንድንሰራቸው ያደርጉናል እንጂ አዲስ ሆኖብን ያን ለመለማመድ ጊዜ አይፈጅብንም። ፋሚሊያር እንድንሆን ያደርገናል ማለት ነው ከፕሮፌሽናል ወርክ ጋር።
Thank you very much. I think let's move to Belati.
ይሰማል?
Yes.
እሺ አመሰግናለሁ። ያው አሁን ብዙ ጊዜ ስናስበው እነዚህ ኤክስትራ ካሪኩላር አክቲቪቲ የሚባል የሆነ ጥቅም ምናምን ፈልገን አይደለም ነው ከመጀመሪያም እንደምናየው ድጋፍ ለማድረግ ወይም ደግሞ ሰዎችን ለማገዝ ነው። ሞስት ኦፍ ከዲፓርትመንት ወይም ደግሞ ከፕሮፌሽናችን ጋር የሚገናኝ ነገር አንሰራም። ብዙ ጊዜ ግን ቢቻል ከፕሮፌሽናችን ጋር የሚገናኝ ነገር ድጋፍ ማድረግ የተሻለ ነው። እኔ ብዙ ጊዜ ብሬክ ወይም በረፍት ሰዓቴ እንደዚህ አይነት አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ ሳተፍ ነበር። ለምሳሌ በኮቪድ ጊዜ እነዚህ የድጋፍ ማቴሪያሎችን አድሬስ ማድረግ ኦር ክረምት ላይ ደግሞ የማስተማር አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ እና ሞስት ኦፍ መጀመሪያ የማገኘው ጥቅም ምንድነው የሜንታል ሳቲስፋክሽን የሚባል ነገር ነው። አእምሮዬ በጣም ይረካል። ስፔሻሊ ከህፃኖች ጋር ልጆችን ምናምን አስተምር ነበረ። ሶ መጀመሪያ የሜንታል ሳቲስፋክሽን አድሬስ ማድረግ እንችላለን። ፕላስ ደግሞ ሌሎቹ ሲማሩ ከኛ የሚያገኙት ጥቅም አለ። እሱ ነገርም ሌላ ጥቅማችን ነው የሚሆነው። ከዚህ በተጨማሪ ለምሳሌ የኮሚኒኬሽን ስኪል ኦር ሰዎችን የምንገናኝበትን መንገድ ማስፋታችን ለሰዎቹ አድሬስ የምናደርግበትን መንገድ አንደኛው እድል የሚፈጥርልን ነገር ነው ብዬ አስባለሁ። ሶ እንደ ኤክስፔሪየንስም ሊሆነን ይችላል። እሱ ነገር ሌላው ጥቅሙ ነው ማለት ነው። ቴንክ ዩ አመሰግናለሁ።
Thank you very much. Caleb, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
ቀጥል።
Yes.
ያው ብዙዎቹ ነገሮች ተብረዋል፣ ግን እንደዚህ አይነት አክቲቪቲዎች ላይ መሳተፍ ያው እንደምታውቁት የኛ ሀገር የትምህርት ስርዓቱም ሞር ኦፍ ቲዮሬቲካል ነው እና ብዙ ስኪላችንን ምናምን ለማሳደግ ምናምን ነገሮች ከክፍል ውስጥ ከሚሰጡን ነገሮች ስኪላችን የሚያሳድግ ነገር ብዙ አናገኝም እና እነዚህ ነገሮች ላይ መሳተፋችን ዘርፈ ብዙ የሆኑ ስኪሎቻችንን እንድናሳድግ ይረዳናል። ቅድም ሁለት እህቶቻችን እንዳሉት ማለት ነው እና በቻልነው አቅም ለፕሮፌሽናል እንትናችንም ትላንት እያወራን እንደነበረውም ኢንዱስትሪ በጣም አሁን የሚፈልገው ዲማንድ የሚያደርገው ነገር በጣም ከኛ ከሚቀጥረው ሰው ብዙ ስለሆነ እነዚህ ነገሮች ላይ መሳተፋችን የፕሮጀክት ማኔጅመንት ሊሆን ይችላል፣ የተለያዩ ሶፍት ስኪሎች ምናምን ነገር ለማዳበር በጣም ይጠቅሙናል እና በቻልነው መጠን እሱ ላይ ብንሳተፍ ፕሮፌሽናል እንትናችን ያድጋል ማለት ነው።
Thank you very much. I guess you all have covered the information about extracurricular activities and how important they are. And we actually here at Dereja believe and value extracurricular activities. And of course, such kind of participations really well, because those are very important things that would help you grow as a professional and of course in your industry. So we encourage everyone here to participate on such things as to join these companies that came today, Rotract, and all the companies that were here. We encourage you guys all to join them. So now we are going to move to the next organization, which is called Campus France Ethiopia. We have Sophia here with us, and she is going to tell us what Campus France Ethiopia is, what kind of thing that they are working on, and what kind of opportunities they provide to the US community, what kind of events or programs they have. And she's going to share us all the things about Campus France, and we're really excited and glad to have her here. So Sophia, are you with us? You can unmute and take the floor.
Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Thank you for having me today. Thank you for the introduction. So my name is Sophia Nisesamba. I am the project officer for higher education in Campus France Ethiopia at the Embassy of France. And I'm very glad and pleased to be there today in order to share more about our activities. So first of all, what is Campus France? Campus France is a French public institution in charge of promoting French higher education, welcoming foreign students, and implementing international mobility programs placed under the supervision of the French Ministry of European and Foreign Affairs and the French Ministry of Higher Education and Research. There are more than 200 Campus France offices in more than 100 countries all over the world. And what are our missions? Promotion, advice, and practical information are available through Campus France Ethiopia. So one of the missions is to explain the structure of the French system of higher education. We also help the students and fresh graduates to find courses abroad that are best suited to their needs and interests. We also inform students of the application process, and we provide students information on scholarships, for example. We are there in order to give you practical information and to prepare your departure and stay in France. We currently organize one big event that might interest you. We organize a big higher education fair and career fair that will take place on 12 October at the Alliance Éthiopie-Française. So what is the aim of this event? The aim for you as a fresh graduate or student is to have the opportunity to meet 9 French higher institutions, such as management schools, engineering schools, universities, and also you will have the opportunity to meet with companies offering you different kind of opportunities, such as internships, such as job opportunities. So I hope to see you on this event on October 12th. I will make sure to share all informations regarding the event and also the registration link. So this is our big event coming soon, 12 October. Kindly save the dates, and it will take place at the Alliance Éthiopie-Française. So the opportunity for you is to connect with different companies, such as Total. We will have the pleasure to welcome Total. We will have the pleasure to welcome East Africa Gate. Also, many other French enterprises will join this fair in order to meet with you, in order for you also to submit, for example, your curriculum vitae, etc. So that is the next opportunity for you in 2 weeks. So make sure to follow our social media. We have one Facebook page called Campus France 251 on Facebook, and on this Facebook page you will find all information regarding this higher education and career fair. I will be happy to answer all your questions regarding this higher education fair and career fair. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much. So guys, as you have heard, we have this big event after 2 weeks, and you guys have got the invitation. Of course, I'm gonna send you guys all, of course, Dereja trainees, and those of you who are out of Dereja, I'm going to send you the email about the information of the event, and of course their social media handles, so you can follow them and have the information about the event, and of course about Campus France all over. So let me have some questions for Sophia, and of course I'm going to give you some of you a chance. So anyone who has a question about the event or Campus France, you can now raise your hands and I can give you the chance to ask. Anyone with a question? Sion, is that a hand? Okay. Sion Salomon, I guess.
Yeah, right.
You can go.
Okay, so my question is there enough for an internship at Campus France Ethiopia? Because I think you mentioned there's an internship, but you didn't say that.
Okay, so Sophia, do you want to answer the questions one by one, or should we have several questions and you want to answer them at last? So the first question is how you provide internship opportunities? I think you're on mute, so let's. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your questions. So with Campus France, we don't provide internship opportunities, but for the upcoming events on 12 October, you will have the opportunity to discover internship offers provided by the companies. So as I told you during my presentation, Total will be there, East Africa Gate, also BGI, they will come and share their opportunities within their companies. But within Campus France, we don't provide internship opportunities. We just link you with companies and with French higher institutions that could be interesting for you.
Thank you very much. So as she mentioned, you guys are going to get the chance to meet different organizations where you can get different kinds of opportunities, including internships at this event. So we encourage you all to attend this event. And of course, as I told you, we are going to provide the information for you all. The second question, I think, Yapsara, you could ask your question. You can unmute, Yapsara.
So I think my question have been already answered. Like the main thing I want to ask Sophia is that, like, is your company focusing only on French institutes, or like do you also provide an opportunities for other countries? And also the internship opportunities, is it going to be local or is it going to be abroad? Thank you.
Okay, Sophia, you can answer the question.
Thank you once again for your question. So regarding the institution, we also provide information about the Erasmus program, for example. And Erasmus, this is about Europe. So we also provide information about studies in Europe. And for the second question, the opportunities will be local opportunities. So the internships offers provided by the companies will be local opportunities. And the event will take place at the Alliance Éthiopie-Française Piazza branch, and the entrance is free. So you don't need to pay in order to attend this event.
Thank you very much. Let me take one more question and we are going to move to the next one. Anyone with a question? I think Anania, you had a question, if I'm not wrong. You're on mute, Anania.
Yes, okay, thank you, Naba. My question was, is speaking French required for our internship process during the companies, or is English better?
Okay, good. So I think the question is, do we have to speak French to attend this event or the opportunities, or English is acceptable? I think that's the question. So Sophia, I can address it, I guess.
Thank you for your question. So the event is open to all speakers, like Anglophone speaker, French speakers. So there is no restriction. But I also encourage you to learn French, because French will always be, like any foreign language, will always be an asset for your profile. You know, learning a foreign language is definitely an asset. So what advice that I could give to all of you is to learn a new foreign language, because that's what will make the difference. But it is not mandatory to attend the event or to apply for the internships, but it will always make the difference to master a foreign language.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go with Lambert's question. Lambert, do you have any question?
Yes, I have. What I want to ask is the event only happens in, is the event only in Addis? What about the local part of Ethiopia? We also want to participate, but we are far. So if there are any opportunities we can participate in, like in Hawassa or Bamint, if that is possible, I want to know. Thank you.
Good. So I guess the question is, do we have to this Campus France has events or any kinds of opportunities outside Addis Ababa or in any local cities like Hawassa or any city. So Sophia, you could answer that question, I guess. Sophia, you're on mute, I guess.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for the question. So, like I have the opportunity to travel all around Ethiopia and to meet graduates and students in order to share about our activities. For example, last June, I have been to Hawassa University. I had the opportunity to meet some students. I have also been to Jima and to Jijiga. So my aim is really to meet students from all over Ethiopia. But for the upcoming event on October 12th, it will only take place in Addis Ababa. But through the next year, I will be able to travel in Ethiopia in order to meet all fresh graduates from Ethiopia. So that's what we're doing. We really try to reach all Ethiopian universities. So we are closely in link with we work closely together with all Ethiopian universities, and we really want to connect with you outside of Addis Ababa. I mean. Thank you for your question.
Thank you very much, Sophia. I think that would be all. Sorry, guys. So thank you, Sophia, really, for your presence here today. We have got a lot of insight and information about Conference France in general, and of course about the event. I'm sure that most of you guys here are going to attend this event and get opportunities provided by Campus France. And of course, I'm going to send you all the information about the event and of course about Campus France through your emails in the coming days. So thank you very much, Sophia, for your presence here today.
Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. I hope to see you all on October 12th, and thank you for having me today. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much. See you then. So guys, we are going to move to the next organization, which is going to be the final one. Sorry for the delay of the event. Sorry very much. So the next organization to present their ideas are going to be Creative Hub. Riham is with us today, representing Creative Hub. Riham, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Have you?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So my name is Riha. I'm going to introduce to you the Creative Hub today. I'm currently the manager for Creative Hub. So to give you a background of this project, Creative Hub was initially initiated by UNIDO and FESMEPA. UNIDO is United Nations Industrial Development Organization, and if you know, FESMEPA is the Federal Small and Medium Manufacturing Industries. So currently the project was initially initiated by both, and it has been funded and supported by the Italian development corporations. And as implementation partner currently, we have ICE Addis and Africa Mosaic are the implementation partners. So just to give you the basics we are a creative hub. We have a space here. We provide co-working space with full high speed. We give trainings, business trainings and industry specific trainings. We host events. We also have like a state-of-the-art fabrication lab with 3D printers, leather cutters, CNC machines. So it's basically an ideal place for creatives, young creatives to come together, work on their projects. So this project was officially launched last May 26th. What we did is we had an open call and over 300 projects applied, and we selected 50 So their selection criteria was the ones we taught where, you know, they had promising ideas and they can also get great support from the facility we have, from the expertise that we have. So the 50 members selected were from 5 industries: fashion design, textile, leather, ICT, and product design and development. So they first enrolled with us starting June. And we also had our second batch last August. We also added 23 new members. So currently all the facilities are being used by these members. So that is our main activity. But that doesn't mean that we are restricted in these sectors as well. We're planning to diversify in other industries as long as, you know, you have a very good idea, a very good promising project. And the other part, what we are activating now is we're going to have a paid membership. If you guys go and check our website, we have 4 types of memberships. We have the blue membership for corporates and for also individuals. If you are a young innovator, if you want to network, attend our webinars, events here, you can be a blue member and be part of what we do. So the idea behind the Creative Hub is to be a perfect platform for young people in different creative industries to come together, network, get the visibility they need, and also get capacity building in the trainings and workshops that we provide. So basically, in a nutshell, that's Creative Hub.
Thank you very much, Riham. I guess that was a very brief and precise presentation. Thank you very much. So guys, if you have any questions now, you may ask, and Riham is there to answer your questions. So anyone who has a question. So let me see by the raise of hands. Anyone with a question? Okay. Yikbar, I think your connection is not working. For the past 3 times you were asking a question. If you could give us your question in the chat box, we are going to address it. So please give us your question on the chat box. Anania, you could go on.
Okay, thank you, Naba. My question is, what kind of process do we have to pass in order to get our projects approved? And is there an event that we can compute or show our products that in order to get manufacturing products or other facilities for me? Thank you.
So Riham, should we go one by one, or do you want several questions to be covered?
I can reply. He had 2 questions, right?
Yes.
Events. Okay. So the first question is, you can have any kind of innovative project. We don't have like a specific target. What we want to know is that you have a solid idea, that you know what you want to do, and you have your own innovative twist. For example, here we have from, you know, fashion designers, like apparel designers, people who design shirts, to software developers. So we're not looking for you to have a project in a specific industry, but to make sure that you have the motivation and that what you offer and what we also offer meets. So one thing can be you might have a project in place, but can you use the facilities? How helpful are the facilities that we have? So those are the things that we assess. So there is no specific criteria. And in that terms, if you follow all our social media, when we have our next open call for the third batch, it's very open. It's a public open call. So you can just, we will have the formalities there. You can just submit your project. And the second thing, I think you asked about attending our events. So our events, some are like for the members only events, but once a month or twice a month, we host like networking events where we bring in experts from different fields or have like just an experience sharing platform. So for those events also, you can follow our social media. Every activity that we have will be posted on social media. So you can simply register RSVP and join the networking sessions. That will help you also to get more engaged in our system and see what we do daily or how you benefit. I hope that was clear.
Yes, I think that was very precise. So, guys, as I told you, this event aims at bringing an awareness for you guys about these organizations, programs, companies. But of course, we are going to share you their social medias, what they are working on through your emails. Then the job falls on you for you guys to go and explore what they're doing, applying on the programs. As she said, they are going to have the programs open at the social media. So make sure to attend there, make sure to look attentively and apply for that. I guess that would be the answer for the anonymous question. Anyone with a question? Anyone? Any other question? Thank you very much. I guess that would be all. So as I told you, I'm going to share the information of Creative Hub, which is going to be from Riham through your emails after the session ends. So thank you very much, Riham, for your presence. We had a really great presentation. Thank you very much. So guys, I guess the event is going to have the last segment of it tomorrow. We are going to have several companies, of course, for tomorrow. Just to give you a brief description about them, we are going to have Isaac tomorrow. We are going to have Sawaso.com tomorrow, and Toastmasters is going to be there. Taya is going to be there. Precise Consult International is going to be there. DAP Alumni Association is going to be there, and of course, the AJO, Biscuit from the panel discussion is going to be there. So make sure to join us at 10 a.m. in the morning, and we are going to be combined with these companies tomorrow, and you are going to hear about their projects, programs, events in there. And of course, we are going to send you the information of all the companies in your emails. Thank you very much, guys, for your patience and waiting us today. And thank you very much for being here. So with that, we are going to end today's session. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good afternoon. Thank you very much.